Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to wish each and everyone a happy new year 2018. I hope you guys celebrated it well. Today I'm going to show you how I prepare my Ghanaian tuna pie recipes and how I like to make the fillings, how I like to make the pastry. I am also going to post later on the fried version of our pies, which is called the Ghanaian fried fish pie. So please watch out for that recipe as well. As usual, let's all watch this video together and I'll see you very soon in my next one. For this recipe, I'll be using 1 kilo plain flour, which is also called all-purpose flour. I would normally use 500 grams of margarine, but this time I am using 600 grams because I wanted it to be a bit more rich. I'll be also adding a bit of salt, and this time I am not using any baking powder. I am using cans of tuna in sunflower oil, and I'll be using about 6 cans. I'm also adding carrots, spring onions, of course it is optional, 2 chopped onions, and about 3 garlic cloves. I'm also adding ground hot pepper, and also this is optional, but I'll be adding about 1 tablespoon of tomato puree and 1 maggi cube. Let's start with our dough. So pour the flour into a large enough container and then add the butter or the margarine. I'm using margarine this time, bit by bit. Do not add too big chunks because it might not mix very well. And you know, there are so many ways of preparing the meat pie dough, but for the fish pie, this is how I do it. So as I was saying before, I am using now 600 grams of margarine, but if you use 500 grams for 1 kilo plain flour, it is also good. Actually, that's the best way to do it, but I just wanted mine to be a bit more rich. And then mix the margarine and the flour together until you get to this consistency, which is a bit like breadcrumbs. Okay, some people do not add water and make the dough like this, but I always prefer to add a bit of water. So add the water gradually, okay, until you get into the perfect dough. Make sure you don't add too much water or else your dough won't be good. So this is what we are looking for, okay, nice and soft. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to cover it and let it sit in the fridge until I make my filling. I am not adding any extra oil because I bought tuna in sunflower oil, so I'll be using that oil instead, and I'm using about 1 can of oil. Let it heat, and when it's hot, add the chopped garlic and then add the chopped onion. So I repeated, this is about 2 medium-sized onion, and let it fry until it gets tender. When it's tender, add the tuna chunks, and I am using about 6 cans of tuna chunks, and I will have a lot of leftovers. It's because I'm going to use it for my fried pies, but you can use about 4 or 5, and then mix it and let it cook for about 1 minute. Next, add the carrots, and of course you can use any vegetable you like, and add the spring onions. You can also use canned carrots, canned anything you like, okay? And then mix it and let it cook about 1 minute. And this is optional, but when I'm making the fish pie, I always like to add a bit of tomato puree, and this is about 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. Mix it, and then I am going to add my flour and water mixture to make my filling moist, but this is also optional. You can do it dry, okay? And then mix it and let it cook for about another minute, and add your pepper, and this is ground pepper. and then 1 Maggi cube stock and some salt to taste. But if you don't like pepper, do not add it, of course. Then mix it and your filling is ready, so keep it aside for it to cool down. So let's get to our dough now. So sprinkle some flour on your working table and place some dough on it and flatten it with your kitchen roller. And I'm using my cutter, but you can use anything that has a round shape to cut it. And I'll be using a mixture of egg and fresh milk to seal my fish pie. So place some filling in the middle of the dough. Next, seal it with the mixture of egg and milk, and then close it with your hands, your fingers, or use a fork. Do it however you like it. In the meantime, preheat your oven at 180 degrees and brush the meat pies with 1 egg. So I just break 1 egg, mix it, and I'm brushing my meat pies with it. Next, make some holes on it. It is now time to bake it. So bake it for about 30 to 35 minutes depending on your oven type. Well, my fish pies are now ready. I'm going to let it cool down and show you one. Isn't this lovely? So let's take a closer look of our fish pie, and I'm going to open 1 and 2 to show you how it looks like inside as usual. So this is a perfect fish pie with tuna, carrots, spring onions. Okay, I hope you are loving what you are seeing here, because I am really loving it. Okay, so that's it. So everyone, this is how I make my Ghanaian fish pie or tuna pie. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and as I was saying, there are a lot of recipes of this, so just choose the one you think will be better for you, and I hope you like the way I do it. And please don't forget to watch my next video, which is the Ghanaian fried fish pie, and it is also a great recipe, a bit easier than this one because it doesn't require a lot of margarine, so please watch out for that. Don't forget to leave me comments, thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thank you so much. Happy New Year again. Bye.